Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're in the world, and welcome back to another coffee time. I did change the time. I am running late. I've managed to get coffee, but I've managed to squeeze a Dr. Pepper out of the fridge. So I'm prepared for this one today. Cheers, Thomas. Oi, Philby. How you doing? Oh, great. I get to watch a northerner drink coffee. You are wrong, my friend. Doctor's orders. It's actually coffee time in the States. It's that time of the day, Joey. That time of the day. I suppose you can drink coffee all day. I mean, I do it. Yeah. Ready in 2 minutes. Yeah. The time jumped. Let's do the time warp again. Yep. Keep me entertained for half hour, then it's lunchtime. Will do, Phil, will do. Cheers, McT. How you doing, man? Happy hump day to you all. I'm ill at work, can't afford to be off, but I'm feeling better. Yeah. You got a man cold, Phil, or the flu, or has it progressed? I'm not quite sure. Just open this. I've just had to run upstairs, literally, to get here for past. Unbelievable. So, how are we all doing? I was planning on going live last night. Unfortunately, other people went live. I just thought I'll change it and move mine till Friday. It's already out. It's already on the channel. The one for Friday, 6:30, where I'll be reviewing 3 different Jack Daniels, the original, the Bottle and Bond, and the single malt Traveller Edition. And I'll do exactly the same as we did last Friday. Review each in 3 different ways. Unfortunately, no Liam this week. So if anyone's got any Jack Daniels laying around and they want to come and do a review, just let me know before. And we'll get something organised. I'll take down Phil's comment. I've been playing. I've got new backgrounds. Don't know if that one's as nice as the Yorkshire countryside. Oh, I need a kick of sugar at the minute. I kind of got a caffeine high last night, ready for the show. And then Stuntman went live. So I was up till 4 o'clock this morning, trying to get rid of that caffeine high. As Sharky knows, because I was actually sat messaging Sharky at 4 o'clock this morning. Well, each their own. I'm on the Jura Jack D2 Teenager for me. Yeah. I mean, given what whiskies I have got, I just thought I've got a lot more Jack Daniels than any other whiskies because I've more or less got like the entire collection. So I thought I'll just do a Jack Daniels one. It's only me. Liam's off celebrating Ramadan. He's not actually. He's out with his lovely wife. It's her birthday tomorrow. So if Liam or his missus is watching, happy birthday for tomorrow. But my next one I've got planned is St. Paddy's Day or St. Patrick's weekend. I'm thinking, do I review Bushmills or Redbreast, which aren't really two great whiskies, but I was either thinking like Busker or Green Spot as well. Who knows? I'll just leave that. I'll just do a poll on that on Friday night, and see which comes out on top. Bloody sugar in these, unbelievable. Yeah, it is Hump Day, and also in the UK, if you're watching overseas, it's Budget Day as well. So I've just been reading a story there that there's a chap in Whitburn up in Scotland. He earns £70,000 a year. His wife or partner or whatever he wants to call her earns around £10,000 a year as a childminder. Now he's kind of kicking off saying, well, we don't get enough in child benefit because we've got 2 kids and we should be getting child benefit on our £80,000 a year income. I couldn't stop laughing. I just thought, well, how ridiculous is it that you're sat on £80,000 a year income and you're asking the state for a handout, and it's only what £15 a week, £20 a week, but you're kicking off. It's like, doesn't really make sense. But as Captain Badminton joined the Bushmills, he's big on it. Yeah, I think Captain Badminton lives in. Well, actually, I think Joey also went to. Did Joey go to Bushmills and they were closed? I know there was one distillery that Joey went to when they weren't open. I make $80,000 a year. Give me free childcare. Yeah, I mean, I get kind of what some people are saying that, oh, if 2 parents earn under £50,000, they can claim the full child benefit thing. But I'm like, well, why would you? But it kind of depends, doesn't it? Like, if you both earn £49,000 each, then you shouldn't really be claiming a child benefit, a tax. I don't. I didn't have enough time for the Bushmills tour. Yeah, yeah. In a more simple world, Mick, that'd be correct, wouldn't it? Mind you, I've noticed that the Chinese are struggling now because their one child policy that they had for quite a while is now going to be leaving them short of labour. So now they're not going to have enough people to fill the job roles that are going to be available. Karma comes back and bites them in the ass, doesn't it? In the States, you have kids, it's amazing. We get like £10,000 back, 2 kids. Yeah. Our the way the benefit system over here works is just bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, amazing that, isn't it, Joey? Anybody else watching this and seeing that comment, there's hope for us all yet. No, my love, though, I go to China and end up hooking up with a half sibling because my father went on a Christian missionary crusade over there and got about 1,500 half siblings. Yeah, no, it's probably not that high. Might be 1,300. I didn't have the but yeah, more struggle. Yeah, I so I get where people like come from and needing help and support, but we kind of don't do it enough for ourselves. And it's one of the things that when I was an independent uh, councillor in politics, I was kind of, isn't it about time people started taking responsibility for themselves a little bit more? Because I mean, I was helping people that were spending upwards of £30,000 a year just on takeaways. Oh, I don't know how to cook. It's costing us this, and we can't afford to do anything, and can't pay the bills, but we need to eat. And it's like, well, you adapt. Stop ordering takeout. Buy some spuds. Learn. Teach yourself. Doesn't have to be amazing food because what you're eating anyway isn't amazing food. But I was in the wrong apparently for saying that. But each to their own on that front. Yeah. Yep. I mean, I'm not going to say like too much, but like where we are, we've got a food bank opposite us. Every single person that goes to that food bank on a Thursday comes into our cafe and buys a full breakfast, tea cakes, tea, coffee, and then they'll walk over, get the food parcels, and then off home. Priorities. Yeah, we do occasionally, kind of like different types of street food, so like Indian or Chinese if there's something going on. Sometimes I get my mate Matty that's got a Korean street food stall, but they're the stuff I could make myself, but I'd rather use the knowledge of other people that know what they're doing. But I mean, we're starting it already today. 2p off the national insurance. It's like, oh, fantastic, 2 pence. And they're like, for the working person, it'll save about £400 a year. What's that going to do when our council tax has just gone up by 200 quid? And every other tax that you just put up, and the energy bills that are going to surpass that extra 2p. That just doesn't make sense. But I mean, I've still got this gripe. I know a few of you have heard me say before that there was 10,000 households in Stockton that don't pay any council tax whatsoever. So they don't pay a single penny towards any of the council services. But they're the ones that access council services the most. So it's, kind of one of these things where it's actually, I think it's up to 12,000 now. I think when they've just signed the new medium term financial plan, I'm pretty sure they've put that up to 12,000. So imagine living in a town where you pay the highest council tax rate out of any borough in the entire country, which is what we do in Stockton. We pay more than the billionaires in Mayfair and down in London. But there's also 12,000 households out there don't pay a single penny, but still get bins emptied, library services, roads repaired, the whole shebang, but they're not paying in. Our soldiers get nothing. As no shite, and anybody can walk around any military base, military or not. Yeah, well, I don't know about that last section, Mick. I haven't read too much up on that, but to be honest, housing stock in general is just poor. It's how people use the term council house. I've got a council house. Well, you haven't got a council house. Councils don't own houses anymore. They offload them all into housing associations, which are all private businesses, private companies. So, and they are making billions pounds of profit every year. Meanwhile, could I say it? I think I will. Yeah, they're just slum landlords. That's all they are. People say, "Oh, well, you can tell a council estate from a private housing estate." It's like, well, why? And it's like, oh, well, the environment's different. There's more litter, there's more rubbish, there's more, and to some extent, that's a mindset. But it's a mindset because nothing's being done about it. You just have to look around the country. I mean, this nation must be one of the filthiest places to live. I mean, you can pull in other countries from around the world, but some places you just walk into and you think, how on earth? But the fun thing is, though, in some of them places, you walk past a bin, it's got a lovely new bin liner in it, but nothing in it. And again, it goes back to that. We need to take more responsibility ourselves and stop letting councils and everybody do everything else for us. But that's my take on it. In the state, it varies from state to state. Iowa varies neighborhood to neighborhood. Yeah, exactly the same here, Joey. In fact, quite a few of the councils now in England have gone bankrupt. But what you'll find in nearly all of them is they all have low council tax brackets. So we're in the lowest council tax bracket, which is a band A on property. But our band A in Stockton is higher than a band D in Kensington, in the rich area. But some of these places like Birmingham, I think Birmingham's just been 21%. Their council tax is going to increase by. So they've just had to borrow or be bailed out by government, £300 million. And then what government has said is, and on top of that as well, you're all going to pay 21% extra on your council tax, which is a huge amount. But they're starting off on a lower base anyway, so like I said, it's a bit different to where I am because 12,000 households don't pay anything at all. So if we were bailed out and we got told, well, you have to pay 20%, we'd be pretty miffed. Pretty miffed because we already pay the most. And, how can you pay 20% more of something that you don't pay? That's kind of the reality of the times that we live in. I didn't mean for this one to kind of be like a depressing one, but I suppose when you do something on budget day, it kind of works on you a little bit. Let's get a bit of news. Usually there's a little bit of leakage. Yeah, average worker would save 450 on national insurance. And the fun thing is that actually Labour and the Conservatives have a similar spending plan. So when George Galloway says, the two cheeks on the same arse, he was actually right. So disability benefits is going to be increased by 6.7% to support package worth 104 billion. I haven't got a problem with that. Just that if those people actually on disability require disability, then that's okay. All this, I've got a bad back because I've just spent the last 3 years laying down every single day. And my wife next to me, she's now my carer because I can't move that much because I've seized up a little bit. We all know them. We all know them, people. Just putting it out there. There's going to be further tax on energy firms. There's a 35% levy already placed on them. That's going to go for another 12 months. But that wasn't supposed to run out until 2028. So it's not as if that's really going to do much. Because the Conservatives aren't going to be in power. But like I said, they've got a similar spend policy to Labour. In fact, Labour just want to spend more and offer a little bit less as well. But I'm not quite sure. Anyway, there's 7 minutes left, so what I want to do is I want to shout out a few channels while I can. So first one is Liam. Actually, it says there, "Hi, I'm Liam," and then he just leaves it at that. No explanation whatsoever. Liam deserves a lot more subs than he's currently got. So if you aren't subscribed to him, there's his details. Go over to him. The next one I've got, Sharky, Shark Home Brewing, and the channel is growing. The subscribers are going up slowly but surely. I think his Lemonge video was one of the best he's ever done. I don't know if that says much about all the rest of his content, but who knows. And my pal, Mr. Mojo, Grilling and Chilling with Mojo, once from Washington, now in Mississippi. MISSISSIPPI. If you want to, IPPISSISSIM. Yeah, Mojo's got some brilliant stuff that's coming out. Now that he's got the move over, he's kind of delving into doing a lot more content and videos, which is great. And last but not least, the Whiskey Lab. A lot of you will know that I was drinking whiskey before doing them 300 live and streams and videos on beer. And these guys have Mark and Jay from the US. They're creating an independent bottle and distribution thing that's going on within the States. So they're actually trying to bring Scotch whiskey over to the US, and I know they've already mentioned that they've bought their own casks. I'm ready to do bottling and stuff like that. And that's great. I've been kind of pushing Mark and Jay. So I've been going into like Aquavita with the barflies and saying, you know, if you're in the States, sub to these, join these. So I'm kind of trying to do extra stuff, push people on different forums. That's probably why there's not that much different content out. I'm just kind of in this frame of mind where I'm just trying to push people. I'm not that fussed about myself. This is just a hobby. When I get some spare time, or if I go for a lunch, I'll video it and chuck it on here and stuff like that. There's actually a few beer festivals that I've been looking at doing as well. Just dipping my toe back into that beer arena that I moved away from. But oh, I don't think they're around anymore, Mick. Don't think they're around anymore. Don't push Steve near stairs. He's prone to fall down them. To be honest, Steve could fall downstairs when he's not next to them. But yeah, the 4 channels there for you to go and have a nosy at, especially the Whiskey Lab. If people actually go back to number 11, watch that, leave a comment, then when they get to 1,000 subscribers, which I reckon they'll get by the end of the year, they're going to give out a free whiskey membership and send out some cool stuff as well. So how would you fall downstairs when you're in the middle of the street? Head over to Stuntman Steve's Travern for those details. Joy, that's I mean, you fall down the stairs once. I mean, he's played on it now, hasn't he, for like 2.5 years. He's got to start putting some new tricks in there. You know, falling out a window, slipping in the bathtub while he's having a pee. I don't know. The sink coming away from the wall. Who knows? And what we'll say, kids, if you're watching, since I've got 30 seconds left, stay away from this stuff. It's going to erode your teeth like there's no tomorrow. Perfect player. Anyhow, that's my half an hour up today. I will be live on Friday with, I've named it the Big Jack Off. 3 Jack Daniels whiskies reviewed and put through the ringer, a little bit like Pendering. And then there's another coffee time scheduled for Sunday morning at 11 o'clock. So if you're around on Sunday, fancy just having a chat and a chinwag for a little bit. I'm thinking of opening up the panel on Sundays. I'm going to see Phil, see what he thinks, see what he wants to do. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at the minute. That's 2 live streams planned for this week. So yeah, and I'm going to leave you with a little tidbit of my new intro as I leave. So it does say welcome, but it's definitely goodbye. Thanks for watching, and until next time, see you later.